Hi, today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Why Did the Prototype Really Kill Huggy? I think it's because he's gay.
Why did the prototype kill Huggy Wuggy? And if you're thinking,
that's brutal.
why did the prototype kill
Look at that, bro.
Huggy Wuggy?
Look at that. That actually looks so gross.
And if you're thinking it's just because Huggy got calmer after seeing Kissy, no, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. What if I told you that killing Huggy was—
Spoiler alerts, by the way. Kind of late to say that, but like, fuck it, we roll.
Part of the prototype's long-term plan. To understand that, we need to go back. Remember when we gave that important file to Giblet, the one that revealed the negation?
By the way, I'm done playing Playtime. I didn't record it because I'm a fucking idiot, but there's no but. I just gotta shut the fuck up and just watch.
Formula? To use it, they had to reach the tram for reanimation.
For looking at my fat ass.
Giblet asks Chum to take them there, but in the middle of that conversation, the prototype suddenly appears. Giblet runs into a room to hide. Chum hides the player inside her mouth, and then the prototype says something very important.
I thought I'd find you hiding in here. My hunters
shall pursue
1170.
He says, I thought I'd find you hiding in here. He's clearly referring to the player. And then he says, my hunter shall pursue 1170. And we know who 1170 is. Huggy Wuggy. That line confirms something huge. The entire game, the prototype has been giving orders to Huggy to hunt the player. And that explains why we see Huggy chase us multiple times. At the start of the game, after we come out of the machine, and again near the end, which makes this even more confusing.
Yeah, like, because he... the reason why I typed this at the end, because we literally fudged up his body. Like, this is what we did to him. Like, he like slaps us in the face, and this is what he get back. Like, we're evil. Like, I don't give a crap, but we're evil.
Huggy is the prototype's
look at that, bro. That's actually gross.
Enforcer if he obeys every command. If the prototype even saved him after his chapter 1 fall, then why kill him? Why destroy your own weapon? And no, it's not just because Huggy calmed down after seeing Kissy, because the prototype is one of the smartest toys in the factory. He understands exactly how every experiment functions, how they react, how they're programmed, so he would absolutely know that Kissy was designed to calm Huggy down. She was built to stabilize him, which means there's no way the prototype suddenly killed his most loyal enforcer just because Huggy showed emotion. That's too simple. There's a much bigger reason behind it, and to understand that reason, we need to go all the way back to chapter 1. In chapter 1, Huggy
was... Look at that, that's so goofy. I'm not hating. Chapter 1 was probably the worst.
Wasn't
because it was like the first. No shit, but like still.
Just randomly.
My list is probably chapter 3, chapter 5. Oh fuck. Chapter 2, chapter 4, and then chapter 1.
Attacking us. He was guarding the factory, and I think he was doing it under the prototype system of control. How guarding the factory and
looking autistic.
And I think
I don't hate autistic people. Love him. Keep doing what you're doing.
He was doing it under the prototype
like,
system of control.
Bro.
How do we know that? Listen closely to what the prototype says to Poppy.
I did
what I had to.
Very
In a better place now.
You're a monster!
I built us a home and kept us safe. And you repaid me by
Bringing in an outsider.
plotting to
Destroy
the only heaven you
Or I
will ever get.
Now focus on this line where he says, I built us a home and kept us safe, and you repay me by bringing in an outsider. That line basically confirms the prototype sees the factory like a protected zone, so it makes perfect sense that he would place a powerful monster at the entrance, not to scare people, but to stop anyone from entering at all. And that's exactly what Huggy tried to do. He chased us the moment we stepped inside, but at the end of chapter 1, he falls into the void, meaning he failed his job. Then in chapter 2, we meet Mommy Longlegs, and she also doesn't stop the player. And by chapter 3, Catnap becomes the main enforcer, but he fails too. The difference is, Catnap gets punished instantly. We didn't kill Catnap. The prototype did, because Catnap failed again and again to finish the player. So now the big question becomes obvious. If the prototype kills followers when they fail, then why didn't he kill Huggy after chapter 1? Why does Huggy show up again later? And this is where the two theories come in. First theory, the prototype didn't save Huggy Huggy at all. When Huggy fell, the prototype may have assumed he was dead and simply harvested his arm. That would explain why we later see Huggy's arm
That
attached
does
to
not
the
make
head.
sense though, because
and
like
simply
who the hell like stiffed him up and everything like that? Like who did that? That doesn't really make sense.
harvested his arm. That would explain why we later see Huggy's arm attached to the prototype's body. If you look closely at the prototype, you can clearly see multiple arms attached to him. One belongs to Mommy Longlegs,
Yeah.
another belongs to Kissy, and the third appears
By
to
the
be
way, shout out to the Gaming Time. Subscribe to him. It's kind of cool, you know. He makes cool theory videos, and yeah.
Huggies. Now here's the important part. Mommy is dead, so if her arms are attached to the prototype, that means he collects parts from toys after they die, which suggests that at the moment Huggy fell into the void, the prototype likely
That does not make sense either, because like she's not dead and he has her arm. Nice video. Kimitsu.
after they die, which suggests that at the moment Huggy fell into the void, the prototype likely believed Huggy was dead too, so he simply took the arm and
Okay,
moved
so-
on. But this theory has
I want to commit suicide. Okay, so if volume warning, by the way, rip headphones. So you're telling me losing an arm, like this gives me, by the way. Oh, I lose my arm. I'm dead.
one problem. If the
Yeah.
prototype didn't bring Huggy back, then who did? Some fans think it could have been Harley Sawyer. Others think it could have been a different unknown character or system inside the factory. Second theory, the prototype actually did give Huggy one last chance, because Huggy wasn't just any toy. He was one of the strongest and most useful
Hey, look at
guards the
this thing.
factory ever had. So instead of destroying
He
him
was revenge.
immediately, the prototype kept him alive and basically used him again. But now here's the most important part. If this second theory is true, then Chapter 5 makes perfect sense. Because in Chapter 5, Huggy gets multiple chances to stop the player again. He keeps coming back, he keeps hunting, and he still fails. So the prototype doesn't kill Huggy because he got emotional when he saw Kissy. He kills him because the experiment is over. The hunter failed his final test, just like Catnap, and the moment Huggy stops being useful, the prototype removes him. And before we go any further, there's one last
Like, are you stupid? Like he still helps you, but he doesn't like. He slows me down. Like when I played, like he scared the living shit out of me. So it's like it does not give sense. Why would you kill him? He's still like useful. He's like useless. Like you slow this down so you can go wherever the fuck you want to go. Like, it does not make sense.
theory. The first theory
would
suggests
you
the
kill him? Like,
prototype
just let
never
him live, for
saved
fuck's
Huggy
sake.
at all. He thought Huggy was
Stupid.
dead, harvested his arm, and moved on. The second theory says the prototype did save him, but only to give him one final chance. And when Huggy failed again in Chapter 5, that was the end. For me, the second theory makes more sense, but there's one
I
more
hope,
possibility.
like,
And
Huggy
for
wins
some
this
fans,
one.
this
That'd be
might
so
be
cool
the
if he
most
just
logical
come back
one.
and
Let
just
me
teleport.
explain. The first time we see the prototype face to face is at Lily's house. He shows up, he talks to Poppy, then he grabs her and breaks her head. Kissy gets angry, but she can't move because Lily's hair is holding
look
her
at
in
her, bro.
place.
She's
When Lily
mad.
tries to take Poppy, the prototype slaps her and says, "Don't touch her." Because of that slap, Lily loses control, and Kissy is finally free. Then
Stupid.
Kissy pulls something out of the prototype. We
Okay,
don't
that's like the most. That's
control,
like so
and Kissy
fucking
is
raw. Just
finally
look at
free.
this.
Then Kissy pulls something out of
That's just peak.
the prototype.
Like someone say boys are stronger, but like explain that.
We don't
Girls are like so. I'm stronger than my girl. What am I saying, bro? I don't have.
fully see what it is, but it releases red smoke.
Whoa!
That red smoke clearly affects the prototype.
You act
Like a child, because
A child.
is what they made you.
you're hurting me.
Don't be afraid.
I can fix you.
Poppy, I
Can make better.
And the color like the yellow, completely white. Erase. And no one has any.
And you.
the outsider.
Butcher.
They call you.
Shall we see what you look like?
Wrong side out.
Don't
Touch her.
Ow.
And because of what Kissy did, Poppy, Kissy, and the player are able to escape. Now think about this. When Kissy released the smoke, it made the prototype so angry and furious that he lost his calm. So when he sees Huggy standing peacefully next to Kissy, the same Kissy who embarrassed him, attacked him, and caused him to lose control, he snaps. He kills Huggy first, out of anger, then goes after Kissy, and finally chases the player. In this version, Huggy didn't die because he failed. He died because the prototype was blinded by rage. So now, I want to know what you think. Which theory makes the most sense to you? Theory 1, the prototype never saved Huggy. Theory 2, he saved him for one last test, and Huggy failed. Or Theory 3, he was simply furious after what Kissy did to him. Let me know in the comments, and click on the end screen video where I explain how Huggy and Kissy might still be alive. There are some interesting clues you don't want to miss.
Bro, I want to watch that. But I think number 2, that like he got one last chance. But I don't know, I could be wrong. Waiting for chapter 5. Anyways, goodbye guys, I'm done.